So after lunch and an afternoon of editing, we are now heading to northern Dartmoor to meet up with some friends who we'll introduce you to when we get there.
On the road, I've been away for far too long, but now I'm on my way back home. I hear the west winds calling out my name. They're telling me to head your way, down your road and past your gates. Keep your eyes on the horizon.
So in previous videos, I've mentioned Calvin. Thank you, Calvin, for your advice on this. Yes, and Calvin, I know you're watching, so judge me in the comments. Well, that is Calvin, right there. Sorry? Oh, I'm on the way.
Good morning, how you doing? I'm Calvin. The significant other is Tilly. She's flying away from the frame at the moment, so don't worry about that. We'll catch her again later. So this is our 2006 Transit Jumbo. It's resprayed a couple of years ago in a current Ford colour. We've had it 2 years in October. We've spent, since then, building out the back. The outside we got, it was already painted, side windows, skylights, wheels. We got the, obviously, you got to have the BF Goodridge all-terrains. Turns out they don't always work as they should. They're great for digging holes, as we found out yesterday, but that will show up later. We'll get to that. Around the front, you've got the little bougie princess lights. You got to have me little day runners. I got myself a little set of the wow LEDs. I think I need more. What do you think, people? Got to have some more, haven't we? Got to have some more. Thumbs up. See there. As you can see, it's a big old bus. You know, king size bed. That was priorities. We've had the small vans. Cut to the small van, Alex. This is Rampy, little Peugeot partner van we had. First expedition in the Campervans. Cut back to me. Oh, he's good, isn't he? He's good. He's good. So yeah, that was our previous little van. We started off with that one. Had that for a couple of years. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought we'd upgrade to a slightly bigger van. Overshot the mark and bought the biggest transit van you can get within 3.5 ton. And yes, it's still within 3.5 ton. It might not look it, but it is. So yeah, there's not a lot to see really. Nice big side windows, 315 watt solar panel on the roof, which is keeping us trickling nicely, running all of our ancillaries. She's back in shot, we get her back. This is the direct 4x4 2 metre by 2.5 metre sun canopy. They don't do the sand colour anymore, there are grey and green options. I think we talked Alex into buying one because, you know, up your game, man, up your game. So yeah, available from direct 4x4. We can't fault it. It's been on this van for the last nearly 2 years. One of the first things we put on. We've also spent 2 years with this on Rampy. Cut back to Rampy. This should be the Burnham-on-Sea shot. There you go. Oh, he's good, and he's good. Back to me. Oh, seamless, isn't he? Seamless. So yeah, you can't.
It's easy.
It's yeah, you can't go wrong with this. It's moments to put up. Okay, it's a bit high till he has to have a ladder, but you know that's one of those things. On the last van, it was downhill. Well, yes. So yeah, this is the direct 4x4 sun canopy, and it's worth the investment. Bit of drizzle, sunlight, blocks. It just makes it that much more comfortable.
I will concur, we spent all weekend hidden under this, ultimately. Between all four of us that are here, we've spent all weekend under this with the rocket stove down there going. So I think we are going to have to pick one up for Norm. But we'll leave that for a later video.
So here we are inside the beast. This is the result of about 18 months worth of work. The first priority for us was comfort, like we said outside the previous van, Rampy, great fun, really uncomfortable after about 2 nights. So the priorities for us, decent sized bed, that's where we started. That's all custom framework that I put in myself. We might cut a picture of that later on. Gives us the full 6 foot by 5.5 foot garage underneath. We've got one of the direct 4x4 fridges that comes out on the rams. This thing we've had since before Rampy, so that's probably got to be about 6 years old now. This thing is faultless, it works perfectly. Fridge, freezer, it's the 45 litres medium size one. Cue the anchor, the backup power supply. We've got a couple of 200 amp AGM leisure batteries in the back running off of the solar B2Bs, and we've also got shore hookup, all Victron controlled. Naturally, why wouldn't you do it? This is really a backup solution for us if we start running out of power. We've got obviously the fridge running all night, lights, charging phones, the diesel heater, full Chinesium spec obviously. There's not a lot in here, to be honest. We went simple, we went basic. We don't want too much technology in here. This is really a base camp, so like I said, comfortable bed. This turns into another bed. Well, it essentially is a bed already. It doesn't need much, just a pillow. It's more of our bench every day, and it's a space for my daughter to sleep. You could probably squeeze 2 kids head to toe on here with a little side so they don't roll off and, you know, dent the floor with their face. We got the non-branded Laguna table, obviously, so it comes around. This is great for Tilly if we're working away. She can flick out the laptop or somewhere to put food, cooking, just a lamp, tablet, anything like this. We've swiveled the front seats, so we've got extra seating. I think at the most we've had probably about 6 people sat in here. You could chuck what, 3 on the bed, 3, 4 here. You could squeeze 8 people sat in this van. It would be snug, and it'd be a pain to make a cup of tea because everyone would be in the way. We haven't gone mad. We got a few little lights in the top, a few little reading lights dotted around. There's not a lot in here really, just simple 1 gas burner, priority cup of tea. We try and keep it simple when we're cooking. We don't want too much in here. We got the standard sink, single tap, no hot water, just the 2 little 10-litre barrels underneath with cold water, dirty water, and that's it really. There's not a lot to say. Oh, a little kick-up panel here that extends the kitchen out, so we've got a 6-foot long kitchen for cooking. I don't know, I think that's it really. Just storage across the top. I was pondering putting cupboards on there, but it's just a faff, and I'm stood up in the van. I've only got 1 space to stand, so I mean the rest of the time I'll be smashing my face into that. We're not playing that game. And that's it. There isn't really a lot going on in here. It's just a simple, basic, comfortable van that suits our needs. You know, it doesn't look on the inside like it should do from the outside. It's a completely different build, but it's ours, and there's more to come. There's a lot of dressing up, a lot of tying up to do in here, but we'll get there. So there you go.
Good morning. So it's a new day. We are at the 5 Witches campsite just outside Bovey Tracy. So we've got 2 vans just set up nicely. We've got ours there. We've got Calvin's awning, which kept us dry all night last night because it decided to absolutely p it down. And then Calvin's absolute behemoth of a van. This van's just trying to leave, and they've just left nice little chunks in the grass there and there, which doesn't bode well for us because we're currently on ramps like that, which have started to sink. And then if you come around to this wheel, I don't know if you can tell, but that has overnight sunk into the ground. So it might be interesting trying to get out tomorrow because it's forecast for thunder and lightning today and more rain. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow. So the plan for today is we're going to go see a National Trust estate, but we'll show you more about that when we get there.
Over. I felt you drifting away from me. In truth, I'm braver than you ever gave me credit. I'm living better than we could be. Holy is the bitter end. It's better now not to pretend.
Aaron, what do you reckon? More wood?
It's stiff in it this time of day.
It is May, we will sit outside.
Best of British summer.
The night is singing our names, but it calls us something different. Tells us truths we cannot believe. And in the dark we lose ourselves.
So, there's more rain forecasted this afternoon. We're going to have to move the vans. There's been a lot of rain today. Let's see how this goes. Sit rep, this is where we were, and we drove straight out that way. Calvin, on the other hand, yeah, his didn't go so well. So this is the setup. We've got Calvin's awning and then these extra sheet going up onto the roof, which is then cable tied to Unistrut. But for now, let's chill out for the evening.
Guess I woke up today and just chose chaos. I think I've had enough, why don't you lay off? Nowhere to be, no makeup on, feel young and free, baby, I'm done. So turn up my song and feel free to stare. I don't care. I don't care. Talk about me like you know me. You don't know a damn thing. I really don't care. Tell me I'm weird, tell me I'll never get it. I guess I'm past the point of trying to fit in. Nobody told you that you had to like it. So carry on.
Good morning. We've been a little bit MIA, just because we've been having a nice time, really. We ended up coming back last night, having dinner, and obviously, as you saw, we set all the fires going and everything else, which got a little bit out of hand at one point, where something fell out of the handy hole that sits in the side of our fire pits, and we maybe set fire to the grass just a little bit. Yeah. And to give you an idea of how squelchy it is, no one died though. So I think the plan for today is we're going to head on to Dartmoor itself. It's the last day of the trip today. We're going to go see if we can find some wild ponies and some foals, I think, because Tilly wants to see some foals. And then we're going to go and look at a quarry. So we'll catch you when we get there. Calvin's just putting his awning away. It suddenly got a little bit wet.
It's dust suppression. Don't judge us. These things happen.
So we've just arrived at VANTOUR. Let's go and have a look at this quarry.
Welcome to Dartmoor. Yes, it's inclement, but with your latest passenger clothing purchase, you won't have to worry. And on with the adventure. Goodbye.
At VANTOUR Quarry. It originally opened in the 1800s and closed in the 1900s. It's one of 5 granite quarries on Dartmoor, and the biggest one at that. All of the exports were designed to be taken out by horse-drawn cart and were taken to Teignmouth docks, ready to be shipped all over the country.
You there! Get out my swamp!
I've been trying to move a mountain on my way to get to you. Skinny dipping in an ocean blue.
So, we just got back from our walk with Tilly and Calv. We're going to head to a little cafe called Ullacoombe Farm Shop. Although it says Farm Shop in the title, it looks like a pretty extensive restaurant, to be fair. So, we're going to head over there now. We've just finished our walk around VANTOUR Quarry. We did about a 1.6, 1.8 mile loop, I think it was. As Tilly says, if you didn't Garmin, it didn't happen. It's a great walk for family and everything else. There's so many different tracks and paths and old railways you can go off on. It's an absolutely brilliant walk out for the family. Definitely recommend it. So we've just made it to the farm shop. Parking's looking busy. Let's go and see if we can get a table. I think it might be a bit hit or miss. So as you can tell, we're back home, and what a great weekend it was.
Yeah, it was such a good weekend. And to say that we didn't know Tilly and Calvin, or I didn't know Tilly and Calvin before we went this weekend.
I knew Calvin, I didn't know Tilly.
It could have gone really badly, but it ended up, well, it couldn't have gone any better, to be honest. It was such a good weekend.
Yeah, on paper it should have technically been a disaster because nobody knew anybody. But no, it was absolutely brilliant. So make sure that you go and follow them on Instagram at More on Adventures, and make sure to tell Calvin that he needs to start a YouTube channel, because believe it or not, his van tour was done in one take with no cuts whatsoever.
He's a complete natural.
Yeah, he really needs to start a YouTube channel. But that's where we're going to leave you for this week. So remember to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.